Hey, it is so great to see you. I'm Pastor Fred. This is the follow through. If you like this, then hit that subscribe button. Share this with somebody. Let's get the word out about what God is doing through His Word. We're in John chapter 18. We're going to look at verse 36. And the theme really this whole week is kind of like that we're not of this world. And that's not so that we can prove a point or or be sort of better than everyone else. I know sometimes we could take it that way, and we could say we're the special ones, and and all of that. No, we're just God's kids, man. We know He loves us. We know He died for us, and I want you to know that, like, that's our purpose, to let people know that truth, that even though our sin would disqualify us and would actually separate and has separated us from God, Jesus died for those sins, so that we could live. And you see, that's what His reign and His rule and His kingdom is all about. In John 18, in verse 36, He says, look, my kingdom is not of this world. Now, if my kingdom were of this world, my servants would have been fighting that I might have not been delivered over to the Jews. But my kingdom is not from the world. Now, over and over again, when Jesus did something amazing, people wanted to kind of crown Him as king. And many earthly rulers, even religious rulers, were kind of, saw Him as a threat to their kingship, to their leadership, to their rule and reign. Because they were the most important thing. And we got to watch that ourselves and realize that Jesus is a different kind of king. He's not the kind of king that oppresses His people and hurts them and uses them, but He loves them instead and calls them His sons and daughters, calls them His people, and He loves us. And He's saying, look, my kingdom isn't like the world's kinds of kings and kingdoms, where it's all about military might, it's all about how big you are, how powerful you are, how many people in your army, how many guns do you have, how many tanks do you have. That's what matters, right? You're the biggest kid on the block, and so you rule and you take everybody else out. It's not the kind of king that Jesus is. That's not the way He rules. He rules in our hearts with absolute truth, with absolute love and mercy and grace. And I know our world gets that kind of mixed up sometimes. Even the church has gotten that mixed up, thinking it was about its institutions and its structures and its buildings and all of those things. Those are great tools to have. It's great to be organized. It's great to have a place where everybody can come and worship. But that's just the building. It's God and the people, right? Gathering us. That's what matters. That He rules in our hearts, that I would follow Him every day of my life. That's what it's all about. And it starts with, again, Him saying, and actually living it out and saying, look, my kingdom is not of this world. And so we are not of this world. That's where our allegiance is. It's not into a political system or an ideology or any of those things. It's to Jesus and what He has done for us and His love for us. Because let's face it, all those other things will fail us, but He never, ever will. And I pray that helps you today. If it does, hit that subscribe button, share this with somebody, and we'll be back next time for another follow through.